That's quite good.
I don't listen to. I don't start already.
Okay. You know you have PP sound.
I have this. Oh, I know what's making the sound.
Meter.
Okay.
Yeah, cut off these parts.
Man, we've been waiting for this for a long time for this, man.
Okay.
What do you start from?
Let me bring
There's
out
no
the
roadmap,
question.
man.
Let me bring out the question. Okay. So the question goes like this: does school prepare children for the real world? Okay, let me rephrase. Does school in Nigeria prepare children for the real world?
How are we going to answer the question?
I don't know. Anyhow, man, just go. Just go for it. Just go for it, man. Just go for it, man.
Bro,
Just okay. Just, I don't know, man.
if you ask me, I would say no. From primary school down to secondary school, down to university, where your first semester is relearning secondary school work. Sorry, is it first year?
Yeah, I think for
Your
science,
first year
yeah,
now.
what's that?
First year.
You just do the same thing.
Relearning secondary
Secondary
school
school.
work, and after that, you have lecturers that will frustrate you, try to put their pain on you. I watched one like this skit where the lecturer said that he finished from OEU where he got his PhD and PTSD. So that's
2 degrees.
He won.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I believe that's what the lecturers want to transfer to
Yeah.
the students. And so the I think the PTSD is even more than the PhD at this point. So when the students come outside, you have students that cower in fear. Well, thank God for Gen Z, but regardless, you have students that are so afraid of confronting authority, even when authority is wrong, because they know that they've tried it in the past, or they've tried to do it in the past.
It didn't go that well.
The lecturer gave them extra years and stuff like that, or maybe carryovers. So it just messes with your mental cycle.
I think I would want to approach it from a different. So the question is, does school prepare? Does Nigerian school prepare
Children
for
the real world?
For the real world, and I feel like some lecturers or some teachers who are probably watching this would argue that, well, in some sense they do prepare, you for the real world. In as much as they are making life hard for you. And in the real world, life is hard. Life is supposed to be hard for you.
So they're preparing for suffering.
Yeah, they're preparing to suffer because you know, just even outside country now, you see that Nigerians are making it there because they can't
It's like a back of cow. It's a strong one.
So
I think some of them would argue from that light. But the thing is, to prepare a child for the real world, I think there are certain things we have to ask ourselves. What does it mean to prepare a child for the real world? What does the real world have that preparing a child, there are certain necessary things that need to be there. So what are those necessary things that the school system in Nigeria does not do, that they need to do in preparing the child for the real world?
Okay. Can I say something? There are different areas of growth. Okay. There are different areas of growth that everybody knows. Sorry. But here, they're only teaching you to be to endure, to persevere. That's what our system mostly teaches us. And if you're saying preparing a child for the real world, what are the things I need to do? There are several things to be put in place. There are different areas of growth, as I said. There's mental, there's spiritual, there is financial, there's emotional. There are other things to put in place, but they don't check all these areas. They just focus on one. Okay, academic growth. Once you have knowledge, knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
Applied knowledge is power.
No. Come, I'm trying to tell you from our own standpoint.
Okay.
Their own standpoint.
From
Knowledge
own
is
standpoint.
power.
Okay,
At least I've prepared this guy in this
I've
way.
given him enough knowledge.
Yeah.
But they're not even, a lot of them are not, well, I stand to be corrected, but many of them are not even trying to give you that knowledge. What does your lecturer do when he comes to class? He or she. That's one question. But carry on.
Okay, if your knowledge is power, I've prepared this guy. He can go into the world and do exploits. You say when someone is signing up, say favor market or labor market or labor. We're like, then you would have asked yourself 1,000 times, what next? Because I don't know what's
after service. After service,
well,
you come out of school.
The first part is after sign out. What next? Like, okay, let me just calm down after I finish.
Now we don't sign out. We watch this video.
Let me just finish this sign out. I know. Okay, NYS is next. Yeah. But when it dawns on you that you are not prepared, that they didn't prepare you for nada, is when you are passing out parade. Oh my God, guy, you're looking so good. Oh, I like your makeup. I like your hair. Guy, you're looking sharp and everything. You just notice that, we don't finish you.
Right.
There's no monthly allowance coming in again.
Do you get?
The place I did my PPA, maybe I was ghosting it too. The place I did my PPA, I don't really like it too, but because of the money I was getting that time, that's why I was doing it. And I was not even having time for myself. You start checking all these things like, God damn. I've really missed
like time was gone.
Then you start trying, how will I do this? How will I do that? Then you find out it's couldn't prepare you for nada. He just wanted you to be strong. Okay.
Sorry. Just before you continue, right? You talked about how they would argue, that. Sorry. How I was saying how they would argue that, they prepared you for hard life and stuff. But what are the necessary things
you should be prepared for?
You should be prepared at school. And then you talk about, financial, emotional, and how they only focus mainly on academic, giving you and resuscitating a bit, just giving you knowledge, basically. And I mean, some will argue that, school, family should, train you for certain things, and then school should really just be academics, right? But the Nigerian system of education said, even in the school that is supposed to train you for knowledge, how many of those knowledge can you boast of that when you come outside? Are there even structures, are there even systems that those knowledge can be applied in? Right? So I think that's one of the issues that we face. But just continue in the light of what are those necessary things that you feel the school system should.
I'm happy and you posed a very good question in the first instance. So I want to list out a couple of things I want to talk about so I don't lose my train of thought.
Okay.
And if I do, you can help
me.
Yeah. So I believe school is we should ensure that students explore in schools. That's one of the things I want to speak on. And the second one is our academic system is very bad. Say for instance, my sister did medicine and she did it outside the country. Medicine is supposed to be for 5 years, but they do it for 5 years and they do 15 semesters. That's 3 semesters per year. And in Nigeria, we have medicine for 6 years, 12 semesters. Okay. So they finish before us, they learn more than us.
Okay.
And their first semester starts with actual
medical courses.
Yes,
not the same
recycled, not
from
secondary school knowledge. If you look at their secondary school curriculum, that's what we learn, say, to year 3, because they say school in university starts from year 3.
Year 3, my God.
So that's what we learn even to year 3. So they finish before us, and their lecturers or their teachers, their professors, teach them in a way that they can grasp. That's why when we go there, we're like, this is the way to learn. We push. Right. Because say engineering now. Engineering outside is a 3-year course.
Oh, wow.
In their third year,
I didn't even know that.
what I did not know when I graduated,
PS5.
these people know it. I looked at one of their curriculums, and what I did not know after graduating 5 year engineering course, these people do it in their third year. They do modeling, they do. Now, that brings me now to exploration. School is supposed to teach you to explore. We have lecturers in our Nigerian system that do not like to be corrected. And when you correct them, you're facing extra years.
My God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Let's not talk about that.
That's a problem. Because we are taught to be very docile. In schools, we are taught to
just sit down.
Yes. Kowtow to the whims of power and authority. When authority says this is it, even if this is not it, you have to acknowledge that this is it.
Because he said so.
Because that's it.
In quotes, he's the person heading whatever position.
He is God. He say A is for God, B is for lecturer, C is for the brightest of you guys. Then D is for you can
share it among yourself.
So there is no
that thing is not just the same. They
do it. There is no exploration. Students are not taught. They are not taught to reason with the mind. The people that are giants in the industry and they are making way in innovation. These are people who from school. That's why you can have Mark Zuckerberg to be a dropout. Drop out from Nigerian University. Let me see where you get to. If for those of you that want to drop out and you say you make references to people like Bill Gates and stuff like that, you are joking with your life. Because these people, they are taught from a young age,
even from year one, from year two, like
okay. What they do here is that they don't teach you to think outside the box.
Whatever is in the box is what they tell you to.
Just like, okay, chemistry. That year, when I was in secondary school, they said, do not misquote what the person has quoted down. I know, yes, okay, that is the law. But you didn't teach us that, okay, yes, this is the law. So that what we were basically doing that time was to cram the law. We did not understand the law. They were not making us understand the law.
You can't even challenge it if it's wrong. Say for things now that they've discovered are false. Okay. Things ideas that have changed, say in astronomy or is it astrology? I don't know. But the way they consider the stars to be, if you look at textbooks about physics and stuff like that, the cosmology and stuff, from the early 19th century, they removed those textbooks from the American curriculum in the mid to late 19th century because more discoveries were made. If the students were taught to follow strictly what is in the book, what progress would be made?
Exactly, man. Like how do we progress? How do we
So there is no hope. There is no exploration. That is my problem with that's why I believe the Nigerian system does not.
Okay, look at I studied microbiology.
It's not prepared.
I studied microbiology. We're over 300 and some. I think 365 in my department. But out of the 365, who is working as a microbiologist?
Like 1, 2.
1, 2, 3 sons. Okay. I'm learning
4. That's bad. That's ridiculously bad. Yeah. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm like 5, even if it's 10 people, are you kidding me?
I'm learning makeup. This one, project management, products management. Everybody is spread out. Now, while we were studying microbiology, there was never a time we go to like experience or do something outside the book. It was, okay, this is how to do it. We did not challenge it. Okay, once you get...
Give it to me like that in the exam.
The wire loop, your spirit lamp, you will just sterilize the wire loop. Then... We did not...
See, you don't know the wire on my brain. Just what you guys do. Loop.
Okay, they're teaching us from... I think we started actual microbiology in 300 level. Till 400 level, guy, I didn't really know how to do some stuffs. I didn't really know how to do some stuff. So we're having practicals. When you have 15 in a group,
okay, sorry. Let me now bring it from another position. Right. Could it be could it be because I'm not gonna lie, right? There are certain lecturers who make effort.
Yeah,
true.
could it be that because of the system, even if as a lecturer, because obviously they're good and bad, right? Even as a good lecturer, who wants the best for his students.
Yeah.
Even if you want to try your best to help these people, there's no much provided. Your salary alone, before they will owe you, the families you are taking care of, before you think about those, and then your passion, your fuel for teaching these people, for trying to, because you went to school, probably the lecturer went to school in Nigeria, and then he knew what he probably passed through, so he wants to do better for them. But then because of the structure and the system, he's restricted. So is it the Minister of Education? Is it the FG? So the lecturers that now find themselves in the system, how do they do better?
Okay.
In a system that does not even probably want this kind of thing to happen, because at some point you probably think they are doing it on purpose.
True. I had a lecturer in year 1, that was physics 102. The man was lecturing us that day, just sat down.
And burst into tears.
Just sat down. They didn't burst into tears, just sat down, just said, everybody, stop writing. Then it was being factual with us. It was like, get knowledge. It's important for you to get knowledge. Don't just come and cram these things and forget all these things.
See how you had to stop you guys.
He said, get knowledge. There are over 68 equations, guy. I'm like, I crammed them.
It was necessary for grades.
From equation 1 to 68.
And the way they always emphasize
You are telling me I want to learn that stuff. Yes, he tried his best, but we're still limited. Resources and all that. He was like, get knowledge. He told us of the scenario when he met one woman. The woman was like, he explained to the woman some things. The woman was like, wow. I was like, get knowledge. I feel these people, the good lecturers try, but now it all boils down to this thing again now. You finish teaching, you finish doing everything. There are some students, come. Not that they are come. They are not come. See, nobody is brilliant, nobody is intelligent unless if you don't learn.
It's relative.
If you don't learn, because I've noticed this, I've checked it, they have done my research, my theory is correct that it's not everybody, nobody is born dumb except for some special cases.
Okay.
So they don't go back to read, they don't go back to check all these things. I know, yes, we're limited because of the system and everything. Somebody's thinking about what to eat. Hunger. Guy, get Gary, all those kind of things. So they try their best, but we too are also limited. Also limited. I think I would like to drag this discussion in another way.
Okay.
Like me and you were talking the other day, I was telling you about, it's not about, yes, entering school and all that. It's about before you enter school, your mindset needs to be checked.
True. True.
I'm not even
going to lie, man. So see, because sorry, just to stay on that for a little bit, man. A lot of parents just send their children to school. They don't try to educate them on the mindset. They don't, and I feel like it's probably because that's probably what they think too, right?
They don't know better. If you ask me, they don't know, because it's a repetition of the cycle. The people that teach us are in the same loop. The majority of them. And it's a loop that I believe I feel like Nigeria's problems come from the government. But I'd like for you to finish before I...
Okay, continue.
Okay. Well, say something like, your mindset needs to be checked. Why are you going to school?
Mm-hmm.
Some don't just know why they're going to school. And the parents be like, go to school, then when you go, you come out with a good grade, then get a good job.
That's the mass.
Be a doctor, a lawyer.
And
I don't even think engineer now. Okay, let's say an engineer. What else?
Pilot.
A pilot. True, that is also there.
Yeah, pilot.
The nurse, dentist.
Nurse.
So that you can go outside and earn something.
Japa.
And like those are just the options.
Bro.
No, their mindset needs to be checked because they don't know why they're going to school.
How do you now discover things? Like you spoke about, sorry, just you don't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to still stay on that before you speak. you spoke about exploration, right?
Mm.
Even before a child goes to school, okay, he doesn't even know himself. Like
Self-discovery.
before the child goes to school, the only thing in his head is you have to study these courses, like these 5 courses.
Yeah.
Else you don't have a future.
Yeah.
You have is either you study these 5 courses or the odds of having a future are very, like, they've dropped drastically. So you see, that's why you see people, in as much as I understand though, right? You see people writing jam 6 times, 7 times just to go for one course.
Yeah.
You know, and in as much as they probably get to the end, but then they realize how much time they have. 7 years. How many days, bro? How many hours? If only you probably just took time to, discover yourself to a very large extent, and then know your strengths. But just continue, man. Just continue. Still on, the lecturers who
Exploring. This issue of exploring and even self-discovery. The major issue I have with it is I don't have an issue with it, but I feel where the problem lies is we don't expect people to explore. Especially in our country, we look at kids abroad and we say that they are rude. Especially when they are young.
Mommy,
they do this. Yes. I mean, there are some extremes.
True.
There are extremes to everything. But the way we are trained here, and this is not a shade, but especially in the West, our respect culture, I love it for us as Africans, but I believe we are extreme because we don't give people an identity. When your child disagrees with you, you're like, what does this child know? I'm their elder. I know more. And it will be like your child.
And you shut down the voice of the child.
Yes,
you shut it down.
Continue shutting down
that message.
That's the thing. The child loses their identity. It's only they learn to get their identity from what they are told.
Exactly.
They learn to get their identity from the authority
in the name of respect.
Yes, in the name of respect. That's why I have an issue with it. I have a very serious issue with it, especially and it's something that has sunk so deep and has been ingrained in us, and they call it respect in quotes. So even now, when I deal with younger people and I see them doing something that if I did before, I know the kind of thing I would chop. In fact, even now for my mama to just give you one eye, just But one thing I love my parents for, because they give us opportunities to explore. I left home early. And my idea, they allowed us explore. So the thing where you kill a child, you keep the child inside the house, that's why when you look abroad, you see that they allow their children liberties. And that's why they mature even faster.
True.
That's why their maturity.
You see, like a 13-year-old is probably doing what when you were like 17 or 27.
I didn't tell you, so we can't even discover ourselves when there is no chance to discover yourself. There is the moment you try to, because self-discovery starts early. It's best it starts early because it will lead to a very different. I know the extremes of self-discovery now have left people abroad to wander away into
identifying us
territory. But you see the thing, we don't have any defense for them because we don't know ourselves.
We speaking.
Yes. Say somebody comes to meet you and they have certain ideologies that you know are not true. Because I believe there are some things that are absolutes. Because for us to have truth, we need to have absolutes. You cannot tell me that this is a table, or I look at this is a yellow table, and you come, you say no, this to me is a blue chair. And then I say, oh, you're right, your truth, my truth. I don't believe in that. Because your truth is definitely false. Or let me use myself for instance. Your truth is false because both of us looking at this table, we know that this table is a yellow table with 3 legs.
Even logic, like the idea of logic services is absolute.
Yes. So us, we don't really have a problem questioning logic because is what our parents have taught us. Even some certain questions, because I'm a Christian kid, and when growing up, you have some questions from the Bible, you ask your parents, say, no, you're not supposed to look at this thing. Stop asking questions. That's bad. Stop asking questions.
A particular one that we know if we would have asked when we were younger, they would have not explained it to us. I think it was Genesis 1:38. It's talking about Oman that spilled the seed and all that.
Yeah.
I feel that our parents, some parents know how to do it. Handle all those questions and all those situations where they might be in an awkward position, like, this guy is asking something he's not meant to know now. But there's a way to do it.
Instead of saying don't ask questions.
You see, I haven't heard somewhere that the thing is, when you don't answer these questions when these people are young, they go outside your house and a stranger will explain to them in a way that you will not have wanted it. So it is your duty to even seek out opportunities to explain this thing. Because I've listened to some parental podcasts and stuff. So it's your duty to seek out ways to dumb these things down. And you can't explain something. They say how you know that you truly understand something is if you're able to explain it to a 2-year-old. So if you don't know it yourself, you can't explain it. And you tell that child to shy away from questions. That's why a lot of us in Nigeria are just waiting for the day that we'll leave home. So that's why we have many atrocities in universities.
Because once they leave house,
once they just people way now
free from cage.
You don't do them back. You don't get inside. You don't choke them. Once they just small chance to explore.
Okay. Sorry, I think we've diverted
gone
into it, right? We've gone into it. But in all these being said, I think the thread has been from, the good lecturers that find themselves in that structure, right?
We haven't even addressed that.
We haven't really addressed that. To self-discovery, to the family, and then the shutting down of exploration, of, asking questions. So I think let's just go back to lecturers that find themselves in the system. What do they do? Because they are also a victim of this to an extent.
Yeah. When the past is shaking hands with the present, how will there be a future?
So I think we need to really address that. I think we need to.
If you ask me, I'll say it should come from top down.
Okay.
Because there's only a limit to which the person at the bottom can make an input.
Sure.
Because those at the top, they can place guardrails around that person at the bottom.
And then there's really
nothing you can do. There's literally nothing that you can do. So I feel our problems in Nigeria start from top down.
To bottom.
Yes.
Top to bottom.
Bro, because I know that there are some foolish people. Or people will be foolish wherever they are, whether old, young, whatever they are, educated or not. And there are foolish people at the grassroots who just want to oppress. Everyone is looking for a chance to oppress anyone they feel they are above. Yes. So if we have people in authority that have sense, you can get guardrails. Let me use molestation for instance. Say a perverted individual in the neighborhood is I'll use instances of ladies, and when they pass by, he just taps their bum and stuff like that. And this guy is huge and muscular, so these ladies can't really do anything. If the person at the top was once an Agbero or was once like that guy, or is still
like that guy.
Yeah, people can change over time, but he's still like that guy. You won't see anything wrong with it. In fact, you encourage it.
It's a norm.
Yes. And those people at the grassroots will be the ones they are suffering from the front of it. Because even if, look at our country for instance, our judicial system is compromised. So even if you go to the courts, they will, for the instance of someone who killed someone on their farm, and they're still sentenced to death.
That was ridiculous.
So I believe our problem has to, if the person at the top was someone who had sense and created guardrails and said, if you touch somebody's bone that is passing, and the person is, in fact, there's no justification, especially except the person is your has consent. Yeah. If you do that thing, you spend 10 years in maximum prison.
And they implement it. Because yeah, to be very honest, we have rules, man. We do have laws.
True.
But the implementation is just a problem.
It's
For
a
certain
problem.
people are above the law. Certain people just feel like they can just come outside, do what they need to do, and then just go past it. We just need really, really good implement. We really need implementation of our laws, man. And it's from the top, man. I can't even cap you. It's from the top. You would hear sorry to just you would hear that certain criti-comical, I don't want to mention him, certain person did certain thing, and you're like, the law says, that's why I like Timi Agbaji. He always what does the law say? The law says but then it go just go like that. It go just go like that to go solve.
You always find loops.
Especially this year, there have been cases of different things, but
the law.
It's crazy, man.
When you say, common man who doesn't know what to do at this point in time. Common man.
That's right.
He said it's from top to bottom. That's when the change can come in.
Yeah.
Because if you want to climb, it's harder to climb the ladder than coming down from the ladder. If you want to come down, even if you just, I don't want to use the
I really want to say something on this.
Let me just drop down. Let me just drop down. So it's easier for something to come from up down.
Sure.
Than something to go from down up. So in the school system now, the VC is the head of the school now. So if the VC can do something about it, let's leave the government out of this or any let's say government structures or anything. If the VC can do something about it, it's like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want in the school. Okay, if you're in this school, if you're a lecturer and you've not lectured up to 5 times a year in this week, you're going to have a query. If you're having absentees in what it goes from your classes, you have query or some other stuffs. You understand? If there are measures put in place in the school system
and they're implemented,
okay, because there are sometimes lecturers will say, I'm not coming. But we will be happy because even if they come, what do they want to teach? It's not open their handouts.
Free lecture day. So on this note, as we round up, right? You said something. Climbing the ladder is very, very difficult, and the power comes from
up down.
Honest individuals who have integrity, who want to change the system. But then the top 1% or the top itself, they only bring people there who will fold or bend to what they do.
Who they have leverage over.
And would still do what they do.
Yeah.
How then does the top change?
If you ask me, then the power is in the hand of the
My God, we really need to.
So, you who is listening, election cycle.
My God, for real, bro. Like, that was what I was going to say, like 2077 then.
Bro.
2027,
bro.
Because that's the only way. That's the only, do you know, like the only ticket we have to change that top? Because as long as that top remains that top, like, all we are doing here, like, every single thing we are doing here
is wasted.
Is cap. Is BS. It's cap, man. It's cap.
Man.
So, is that top, man. That top needs...
Okay, can I say something as we round up? Okay. Even as, yes, the top is the problem, there are still people making it quite alright.
Oh, definitely.
There are still people making it.
Let's not disregard that.
Let's not disregard that.
Yeah, true.
There are still people making it. And people getting into school now should enter with a renewed mindset. See, school is not scam. Yes, due to couple the fact that, okay, some people come out, they don't see jobs. There's a video I don't watch today. They're asking computer science students, the graduates said, where are you going to after graduation? I'm working at IBM, I'm working here, I'm working there.
No, in Nigeria.
But in Nigeria, where they don't know where they are working or what they're doing. So, what I told some particular individuals, I was like, see, once you enter school, don't enter school with the mindset of, I'm going to study this particular course. I'm going to learn. there are things you can learn that will help you for life.
True. There are things you learn in the system of school
that will help you for life.
Beyond the classroom.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying you shouldn't go to school and open your textbooks and read, but be open-minded. Go and learn.
And network too.
And network. From there, you don't know, at the end of the day, you might not be doing the microbiology, the computer science, you might be doing something that will be fetching you because, okay, all of us say it's for finances. We'll go to school so that we can have better chances of getting better jobs. So you can still get the better job even while you're in school.
True.
You can't start something big. Right?
Yeah.
It just, the mindset is really important.
Mindset.
Is really important. It's okay.
Then a lot more could have been said.
But yeah, we just really need to call it here. You are going to have another episode of this juice. Please don't forget to like, share. Please drop your comments. Whatever you think we should have said or covered, right? Or you need us to cover in the next episode, right?
Or where you think we went wrong.
Yeah, then you can also say that.
Or where you think you need clarity about things. You can relate to us.
And share, please. Thank you so much.
That's it, man.
Gracias.
Man, I love this. It was a whole lot. I hope I pressed start.